Studying abroad really helped to bolster a lot of my own spiritual walk.
One thing I've really strived to do while I've been in college and I'm in NYU, which is like such a diverse community, is really learning about other religions and practices.
It was such an interesting time for me because it became something that was so much mine and didn't really belong to anyone else, and it was, but I could share it with other people.
I went abroad to Buenos Aires, to Argentina, and one of the reasons why I went abroad to Argentina was because it has the largest Muslim population in Latin America.
I was pretty interested in learning about the culture of Italy and kind of just like delving into that and accepting the fact that it meant backing off on some of my identities.
So I think one of the major things that come with being a student abroad is to be adaptable. You know, I think I had to sort of just be okay with accepting that I didn't necessarily have a group of people to sit with, or that I wouldn't find a community of Buddhists in Ghana.
So when I got there, I met this Muslim community that was like part Arab, part Argentine, and along with that you had a lot of Senegalese and Turkish populations of Muslims as well.
Just having that ability to adapt not only, you know, your own practice, but also to be able to adapt to the practices of others is the most important thing.
It reinforced for me the reality that like this religion transcends like the boundaries that we've kind of constructed, and it just helped me learn more about myself being abroad, that this faith is really something I can utilize in whatever journey or environment or place that I go into.
But about halfway through the semester, you know, you start getting homesick and you get FOMO from Facebook, and like I was missing prom. So I contacted my rabbi back home and they were able to connect me into the community, so I was able to go to a Pesach Seder, which was really nice, and like it kind of just renewed my spirit a little bit.
It looks so different for other students. I think having my peers with me helped a lot in terms of acclimating to the community around me, because I think one thing we discovered really early was that we needed to escape the NYU bubble to really experience what London meant for us, particularly spiritually.
I did notice that throughout the semester, like the Florence staff provided us information through emails about like events that were going on if we wanted to go to it.
The academic center was extremely supportive in providing me a space to pray and connecting me with the major mosques in the area. And then once I got in touch with people who lived in the vicinity, they pointed me to other prayer spaces, places to get halal food. But I think I learned a lot about just being in a space where you are the minority, and then just knowing how that feels, and then being that kind of source of education and knowledge through which other people can learn.
For students who are experiencing or foresee some difficulty in engaging with their own spiritual walk outside of the NYU campus here, studying abroad, particularly in London, I'd say that it's important to know what you want actually when you decide to go out.
Try to get to know as much as you can about not only the religious and spiritual landscape of the place you're going, but also the cultural landscape. And so I think having knowledge of both sides of that coin can really help you prepare to adopt your practice if you need to, and to do that however you may need to.
I think one thing to keep in mind is that you have students year after year that study at these study away sites, and so to be able to get in touch with some of them and ask them about what certain religious or spiritual practices look like when you're practicing them abroad in those spaces, I think that could be really helpful.
It was just like a little scary to make that first step, so like know that you're not the only person experiencing it.
Once I got to the study away site, that's where I was able to learn a lot more. And so my goal now, as someone who has been abroad, is to encourage more students of my faith as well as other faiths that aren't as common in that part of the world, to do more research and also to kind of step out of your comfort zone. Because I think at the end of the day, when you have an academic center there that is NYU that's extremely supportive in helping students feel comfortable, as you go along the road and kind of meet certain challenges and obstacles, they're definitely going to help you get through it.